Okay, so now let's go back to that first example we were looking at, the first one we started off with, and let's try and prepare the balance sheet using, the ideas that we've talked about so far. So now you're happy with the layout, and I'm just going to, let's get that layout right. It's always very important. So what you should always do generally is, do your layout even before you start. You might have some non-current liabilities, but we don't know for now. We have finance by. Oh, sorry, we don't have any capital or opening capital, if you like, plus profits minus drawings. So let's look through our list, and in our list we had the vehicles and the office equipment 9820. $5250. Let's just look at that again. I got these mixed up the other way. Office equipment 555500. And that's the other way, but it doesn't matter. You can see these are both the just swap these. That's where I'm going. So these are your non-current assets. And then your current assets were your closing inventory. You had some trade receivables. And I think that was it. You didn't even have any money in the bank, if I remember. Your closing inventory was 13,735. And your trade receivables was 18,600. Okay, great. So these are all our assets. We could add all these A's together right now and then just subtract all the L's. We'll still arrive at the same answer, but we say no. Let's deal with this sort of scenario first. Let's compare CAs with the CLs. Yes, let's do that first. That's what they're asking you to do. Okay, and with your CLs, you have two of them. You have trade payables and a bank overdraft. Your trade payables comes out 12,140. And your bank overdraft $5,820. So this is what we have. So we need to add this together and take away this, and then we get what's referred to as our working capital. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's get our calculator out. One, 3,735 plus 18,600. Those are your total current assets. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could write that underneath here, but it doesn't really matter. Minus 12,140 minus 5820. 14,375. So your working capital is 14,375. And this is an important figure. This means that your current assets are greater than your current liabilities by 14,375. It means in the short term, if you had to pay off your current liabilities, you had the money there technically, or you could get rid of that inventory quickly and get rid of that trade receivable very quickly. And we'll discuss all of this in the next module. But you can see, you can already start discussing whether or not, or how feasible it is to actually get rid of your inventory or your trade receivables, be able to deal with that. And that's your working capital. Now what we do is we add our non-current assets to our working capital to get, I just don't have any space here. Let me get rid of that. Alright, that will be faster. I need space. So what I should have here is my here we are. Do that right. Okay, so what I have here, my net assets, which is the 14,375 plus my non-current assets. So let's go back to the calculator. Now add to that the 9820 plus the 550, and that gives you 24,745. 24,745. Those are your net assets. Tick. Now we need to find out, is that equal to capital? Now, I'm not going to do this down here because I don't have any space. I'm just going to come up here and, continue this and say financed by. And I'm financed by my capital plus my profits minus my drawings. This ordinarily would be down underneath over here. So let's go back to our list. Capital is 25,250. So 25,250. Then I add my profits, which we calculated from the previous videos. If you look in the previous videos, we actually worked this out when we were doing I minus E. This was the same example, which is why I'm using it. And it comes out at 17,756. And we take away drawings. And our drawings is given to us at the bottom. 13,311. Take away 13,311. And let's now do that on the calculator. So what do we have? $25,250 plus 17,756 minus 13,311 should give us, we're out, it's not the same. How's this for a video? Gives us 29. This is good because we're going to investigate what the problem is right now, because typically they should be the same thing. Gives us 29,695. Let's find out what's going on. 29,695. So we have a difference of about 5,000. Let's just look at our list to make sure there's nothing we've forgotten to include very quickly. We have drawings. We have office equipment, vehicles, trade payables, Let's just go back 13, 75 trade tables, trade tables. This everything seems to be in. Oh, that's what it is. Look at this, and this is so easy to make this type of mistake. Look at what I've done. I added, if you remember, I did 550. It's not actually 550. If you remember, if you look at the list, and it's so easy in accounting for this to happen. My actual office expense is 5,500. So if I fix this to 5,000, it is, but I missed out that zero. This should be 5,500 instead of 5,550. So let's adjust this. Let's do this one again then. Let's get rid of this. Let's add it again now together and see if we are correct. So what I want is, I want 9820 plus 5500 plus 14375. And that gives us 29,695. And you can see that's equal to that 29,695. And the two are the same. And this is how a balance sheet is prepared. I think this is a good example because we also made a mistake. So whenever you make a mistake, always go back to your list, look through it, make sure your profits, you brought your profits from your income statement because that's come from I minus E. Make sure you've got all your non-current assets in there. Make sure you have this calculation right. Make sure you're adding this to this. Yes. Again, the key point here is we're saying A minus L is equal to this, is equal to C, and A is made up of, non-current assets and current assets. And L is made up of current liabilities and non-current liabilities. But we're interested in what's going on here first. So there's nothing wrong with doing CA minus CL first and then adding A on and taking this away later, which is what we're doing. All right, great stuff. So that's the end of the videos on the balance sheet. I'll leave it here for now. You just work on all the exercises I give you and all the mock test papers. There's one more little topic on adjustments, but we'll see as that goes. But that's it for now. Until the next module. Great stuff. Thank you. See you then. Bye-bye.